Shalom, shalom. One moment. First and foremost, before we get started, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kwadash, and to all the stills great millstone, while lunch is truth, and also to the oath elect that is scattered abroad. I'd like to say, shalom. Come back here today with another live sit down through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And the title of the live sit down is News and Endtime Prophecies. So I'd like to say shalom to all our listen and learn. Hope to sweep you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. So we already know what's going on in the news over there in the Middle East. We know that things are constantly heating up. Things are constantly picking up. So we already know that the leader, the president of Syria has been ousted. You know, he's been overthrown. So we're seeing those prophecies are constantly speaking loud and clear. So we already knowing that the West and also Israel, you know, these proxy wars are constantly coming full circle. So we constantly seeing these things are lining up. So, you know, a lot of things are happening, you know. And one thing about the Lord has set up watchmen, you know, to warn you of all these impending dangers. So we know that we're here. So I have I'm gonna bring out a few little news articles, and also I'm gonna bring out some precepts. But we know right now this is a major prophecy. Shalom to everyone, the comic boy. Shalom to Allah. I think it's, I can't hardly see it right now, but Idaho. Shalom to you, brother. Get your name right. GMS. A not servant of Yahweh Shai. Shalom to you, brother. But one thing about it, that we know that we're very close, and we're seeing right now that we know that after that happened, we know that this leader that these Al Qaeda rebels, you know, they was coming into Syria, you know, trying to, I guess, to take back over. But we know that Israel, you know, constantly having what you call like airstrikes over there as we speak. So we already knowing that they saying that it was a lot of rumors of this Assad has fled to Moscow to Russia. So we know that Russia is an ally to Syria. So these things are constantly picking up. We're seeing that things are lining up. We know that Russia is going to be a god to these other nations. So let's get a quick precept. Then we'll start at the first little news deal that I got. Let's get here. Let's open up with this first precept before we start today's lesson. It says here, Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, why are the nations so angry? Why do they waste their time with futile plans? That's in the NL2. So let's read it in the KJV. It says, Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? So that's exactly what's going on. These heathens are raging right now. You know, we're seeing right now that we're seeing all these nations right now are coming together against the West. And also we're seeing that rumors of wars are all over the place. You know, we're seeing that these things are lining up, man. And one thing about that's, you know, things are constantly getting very, very major. Things are getting very, very critical. Let's read this once again. It said, why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? Something that is not profitable, not something that's is very not of value. You know, it's not going to do them a damn good, because the Lord is He's in perfect control. The Lord is constantly moving the chess piece around. So we already know that a lot of things are constantly happening, you know, and we know that I think it was a rumor that Syria had refused that central bank. I think it was a couple of years ago. You know, they didn't want to have anything to do with the international bankers. So you already know what they're gonna call for. You know, they're gonna get you out of there, or you gonna get ousted or be deleted. So we already knowing that they all are really puppets for the WEF and also these global elites. So now we're seeing that now that this is like what you call like a land grab. You know, a lot of things are coming to pass. So these heathens are constantly raging. So I got the first report I got is by Dabu 7. You know, he kind of bring it out pretty good, you know, about this overthrow, you know, in Syria, you know. So this is a major thing. So let's get this quick one right here. Let me see, can I bring it up right fast?
With the question arising, is this the main reason for war? Especially what we're seeing in Syria right now. It looks looks like Syria has fallen. Rebel leaders taking control of Damascus, announcing al-Assad regime has fallen. Assad apparently fleeing the country. This new leader taking the stage. And they're saying that he is a former al-Qaeda leader, which is all backed by the West. And I just can't understand how some people out there can't see it unless you're glued to your mainstream establishment TV that's feeding you rhetoric that you're consuming constantly. You cannot see that Israel, Turkey, and the United States back these so-called rebels on the ground every step of the way. You know, Trump's over here tweeting out this and that we should stay out of it, but yet we've got troops that are in there, and they're obviously backing this side, because on the other side is Assad, Russia, and, you know, the enemy as it is out here on the world stage. We're definitely not sitting on that side. So it's rather obvious. This pipeline becomes key to all this, if you ask me, because this is what they've wanted to do for a long time, is get this pipeline running up through Saudi Arabia that will cut through Syria, right here, through Turkey, which is in on this, and then into Europe. And Turkey will get, you know, huge compensation for letting it go through their country. And this will be big for everyone that is in control of this region. They can then feed this area with energy. And you already know the West has bombed the Nord Stream pipeline, the one coming from Russia down into the area to feed Europe. So it's effectively trying to sever that line, and it will set up this new route. This is the proposed route right here for this pipeline. And it could never go down, never happen, unless they had control of this region. Now, if they're saying Assad has vanished, there was what seems to be false reports out there floating around that a plane went down that could have had him in it. That's a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. There was no confirmations on none of that. It looks like he's in hiding, and it looks like he has negotiated to hand over power of the country. And this other guy's walked right in. Erdogan of Turkey knew as much and said as much openly. So this is a massive operation that went down rather quickly. And in terms of Damascus, you see Israel now pounding positions in there of whoever's left. So when the questions arise like, who's going to be responsible for leveling Damascus in the end? Well, it could be retaliation for everything that we're seeing go down right now. Anyhow, this is the latest. Join me on the live stream where I break this down in greater detail. Going live Monday, Wednesday,
So we see
Friday, 9
this
p.m.
is all
Eastern, right?
about greed and about resources. Also, we already know that they were trying to put that pipeline in. I think it was called what was it called? It was called Israel Project. What it was called something of that nature. But I know they're trying to bring in this new pipeline. You know, it also is all about greed and resource. And also this is about a land grab. They're already talking about taking territory in Golden Heights. So we already know how this thing is lining up. So we already know that the least of the flock, which in fact is Israel, shall draw them out. So we already know that America, you know, is in the background. All these different proxy wars getting ready to turn into a real war, you know, which in fact is World War III, the last and final war, right before the great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. So we know that we're very close to these times. These things are constantly speaking loud and clear. And also, I think there's a lot of oil reserves in Syria, a lot of resources, you know, a lot of things that, you know, that they're trying to get. You know, already knowing that by overthrowing this man, they're trying to bring forth this pipeline. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I can't think of the name of it. It's called Israel something. The Greater Israel Project. So look that up. So that's exactly what's happening, you know. But one thing about it, we already know they imagine a vain thing. So let's get this one right quick. Let's go to Revelation chapter 11, because we already know and we're seeing that right now it's coming very quickly. The third woe, which in fact is World War III. Let's see here, Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. Let's get it right quick. So we're seeing that the war drums are beating. We're seeing that these things are constantly lining up The prophecies are speaking loud and clear. Man, we're here. Let's go here. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14 said, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe come quickly. So we got to see, we're going to measure the time diligently, see what happened, behind this. And also it's already saying that Israel has already started airstrikes, trying to keep this leader. I think this leader was trying to take over. I think he had ties with Al Qaeda, so we see that these things are constantly picking up, amen. The Lord is putting the chess pieces together. So let's read this once again. The second woe is past. We know about what World War II has passed, and woe go into destruction. And said, behold, the third woe come quickly. And that third woe is World War III. We're at the beginning of World War III. We're at the beginning of what? Of sorrow. Great mourning, great desolation, a time of trouble that we have never seen before. In the middle of the Lord, we're constantly warning you left and right. So we seeing right now this devil is coming down with great wrath. And once again, we're not ignorant of Satan's device, because we know that this devil is trying to put his thing into place, but it's not going to work. So let's go here to Isaiah chapter 33. Let's get this one right quick. You're seeing that right now, he's dealing very treacherously. Let's see right here. Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1 said, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. So when thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. So that's exactly what's going on. We seeing right now that they constantly, going in, especially Israel, And one thing about it, the least of the flock shall draw them out. They're dealing very treacherously, with Syria, with Iran. A lot of things are getting ready to pick up. These things are coming to pass left and right. So we seeing that they are in the background. They have all these different mercenaries over there. They have these what I'm trying to say is that they're fighting the war for Israel and also America, and also America have troops over there also. So we already know that how this is going. This is a big land grab, the greater Israel project. Look it up when you get a chance. So that's what they're trying to do. Bring a pipeline, It's all about greed and resource. Imagine that vain thing. Constantly dealing very treacherously. So one thing about it, we already know that this man constantly going and robbing and stealing, going in other people's country, killing their leader or running them out of there and setting up their own puppet government. We already know the old plan as usual. This is what this red devil do. So let's read this in the NLT. It says in Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1 said, what sorrows awaits you, Assyrian? Said, who have destroyed others. The modern day Assyria is what? It's the so-called white man. Also, Babylon, goes into the Americans, Modern day America is what? Babylon the Great. It says here, but have never been destroyed. Said yourself. So one thing about it, we already know that a war really has not came to American shore just of yet. Not no major war. It's been a long time. I think you had the American and Indian War, the American Revolution. Then you had the war against the Civil War, but it's going to be far greater. There's no coming back what's getting ready to come to these shores. And one thing about it, we already knowing that a lot of things are happening. We already knowing about these, they keep telling you about these sightings of these drones. But one thing about it, they trying to downplay these UFO and the UAP. Now all of a sudden now they're saying that we're having sightings in New York. We're having sightings in New Jersey. Drones all over the place, over military base. But that is about, we already know we're not ignorant of Satan's device. These drones, what they're calling drone, are these UFOs, the eyes of the Most High. And one thing about it, we already knowing that he's constantly trying to get that advantage, but the Lord is constantly making him what? Bearer and bearer. He's constantly exposing all the lies and deception. So let's read this once again. It says, Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1, it said, what sorrow awaits you, Assyrians, who have destroyed others, but have never been destroyed? Yourself, you betrayed others, but you have never been betrayed. When you are done destroying, you will be destroyed. When you are done betraying, you will be betrayed. So that's what's happening. The Lord is going to what? Send that destroying wind, these what? IBCM missiles, you know what I'm saying? That laser and chariot fire. You know, we're very close to that. Things can go nuclear at any given time. And it's already reports that this man had fled to Moscow. So I got a little news article by AP, Associated Press. We're going to read this. So we heard a lot of reports that this man got assassinated, saying that this man helicopter went down, saying that this man they didn't know where he was at. So now it's saying the news report is saying by AP, Associated Press, it said ousted Syrian leader Assad flees to Moscow. So after fall of Damascus, said Russian state media say. So we're already knowing that once again, when you go to Ezekiel chapter 38, Russia is getting ready to be a god to these other nations. We're already knowing that the devil is trying to fill his belly, his enterprise, his plot. So we seeing that Israel is constantly trying to get that land grab, you know what I'm saying? Trying to expand, trying to bring forth that greater Israel project through, I think it's going to run through Damascus all the way up through, I think through Germany, France, if I'm not mistaken. But I showed the map earlier when I first started the deal. But one thing about it, we got to constantly be watching. So we seeing that this devil is moving in warp speed. So it says here, ousted Syrian leader Bashar Assad fled to Moscow and received asylum for his longtime ally Russian media said Sunday, hours after a stunning rebel advance seized control of Damascus and ended his 50-year of iron rule. So they already got this man saying that he gassed his people, this and that. We already know the play. You're going to make him look like he's a dictator, look like that he was, causing all sorts of genocide. But we already know who is this one that's causing all these problems. It's the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. So we see it right here that he has fled. So now they getting ready to set up their own puppet government, and try to bring forth their influence, over in that region. But one thing about we knowing that is not going to work. The least of the flock shall draw them out. Let's get this one here. Let's go here to Micah. Let's get this in Micah. Just random scriptures. And I got another video too to bring out. Just, you know what I'm saying? We see things, if you see something, say something. That's what it's all about, bring it out. Let's see what it is. Micah, because the power is in his hand. That's why we're seeing all these things that's happening right now. That short season. It says here, woe to them that devise iniquity. It said, and work evil upon their beds. Said, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Who hands? You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man, when you go to Job chapter 9, verse 24, the earth was given into his hand for a short season. So right now, the Lord is, is constantly said he will let until he be taken out of the way. So right now, we're in that time that the Lord is getting ready to bring this red devil down. So we seeing that this thing right here could set things off, set things into motion. World War III, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about it, we already knowing that, the Lord is constantly putting the chess pieces together. The Lord is constantly controlling and putting the thoughts in the minds of these kings upon the earth. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, the Lord is in perfect control. Let's get this right quick. Let's go here and then we get a couple of more videos. Let's go here to Proverbs chapter 21. So the Lord is constantly causing these things to happen because the Lord is getting ready to usher in the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So we're not worried about what they're trying to do. We're not worried about what's going on with Israel and with Syria, what's going on right now. We're not worried about what's going on in Ukraine between Russia, China, talking about invading Taiwan. The Lord is setting all these things up. The Lord is in perfect control. Let's go here to Proverbs chapter 21. I'm just rolling in the spirit. Look, my internet a little slow, but hey, we're going to constantly do the will. Let's see. Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1. And it reads that the king's heart or his mind is in the hand of the Lord. Said, as the rivers of waters, he turns it whatsoever he will. So that's exactly what's going on. We're seeing that these things are constantly picking up. We're seeing that these events are constantly increasing, tension is constantly rising left and right. And one thing about it, we know that World War III has begun, but it's going to what? Pick up. And also Jacob's trouble is at the door. All sorts of things are getting ready to come to pass. Also, we know about this MOTB, this AI takeover, dealing with your biometrics, man. I mean, we're so very close, man. We're here, but the Lord is in perfect control. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about what Esau Edom, what he's trying to do. He's only doing the will of the Lord from the left hand side. The Lord is in perfect control, and the Lord is getting ready to bring it to a close. And we cannot wait. So rejoice ye heaven. Let's read this once again. Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1, it said, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of waters, he turns it whatsoever he will. So, hey, man, the Lord is in perfect control. The Lord is calling these things to happen, man, left and right. Let's get this one right here. Right here, Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. Because we've been seeing a whole lot of UFO sighting. You know what I'm saying? The eyes of the Most High, man, they're in every place. Now they're trying to downplay everything. These are drones. We're having saying that China is spying or Russia is spying on these military bases, trying to control the narrative. But we're not ignorant of Satan's device. He's trying to get that advantage. Bring forth his evil scheme, his evil plan, that NWO. He want total control. And also he want to put that grain of rice under your skin. We're here, man. It's at the door. Amos chapter 9 and verse 8 said, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom. Said, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, says the Lord. So the eyes of the Lord are the angels, that ride around in these, what they ignorant call UFO or UAPs. Though the royal vehicles of the Most High, they're in every place doing the Lord bidding each and every day. These disasters, Arctic blast, this earthquake just happened the other day in California. You know what I'm saying? They was on a tsunami watch for, I think, a couple of hours. And also they still saying that they're having shock waves. So this thing can come back again, but bigger. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people right now are sleeping, still are docile, getting ready for these wicked holidays, talking about Christmas, talking about New Year revolution, going on cruise, constantly getting rocked back to sleep from the left hand side. And this red devil is moving in warp speed. You know what I'm saying? Every day when you turn the television on, he's constantly moving. He's seeing that his days is determined. So we know that we're here. So said, behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. That sinful kingdom of what? It's America, Babylon the Great. The Lord is getting ready to destroy this place. The Lord is getting ready to send that destroying wind, these IBCM missiles, that laser and chariot fire, the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. The Lord is getting ready to destroy this place. That's what we constantly seeing each and every day. We asking the Lord, how long, oh Lord? We're ready to get out of this nightmare. I'm telling you, man, we are sick and tired of this wickedness. We're sick and tired of all this rebellion, all this unbelief. It's getting ready to be a thing under path. People are walking in great pride. A lot of these people, just do thy will, in sexual immorality, all sorts of things. This place is upside down, the land of confusion. But the Lord is getting ready to set the record straight. The Lord is getting ready to set that righteous order back upon this earth. Let's read it from the top again. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, America, Babylon the Great, and I will destroy it off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. So that 1/3 remnant is going to be left. You know what I'm saying? The house of David, the true believers of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. We already know that 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, because what? They are that same rebellious house that did not want to return to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So we know we're so very close. UFO sites are all across the world. They just posting up left and right. And these Bible prophets speaking. The so-called Middle East, the Lord is constantly gathering the nation, lining things up. These prophecies are speaking loud and clear. At the end, it shall speak and not lie. So let's go there. Let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2. Habakkuk chapter 2. And we'll start up at verse. Let's go straight to the point. Start up at verse. One moment. Let's start up at verse. I think it's around verse 3. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3 said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So that vision, the prophecy, the signs of the time is for appointed time. That appointed time is now. We're living in the end time, real time. They're speaking loud and clear. These prophecies are lining up just like clockwork. Rumors of wars all over the place. Earthquakes in diverse places. Just about every day, an earthquake. You're hearing about an earthquake, hearing about a tsunami, hearing about a tornado, just Arctic blast up in the northeast, and also in the middle, in the Midwest. These things are constantly happening left and right. The Lord is visiting the earth that He created. Right now, though it tarry, wait for it. It shall surely come. It's not prolonging anymore. The Lord is getting ready to make it perfectly clear. So now, let's drop down here. Let's get this right quick, and we'll go to the comment board in a minute. We'll get a couple more videos, and then we'll go to the comment board. It says here, verse 5 says, yea, also because, said, he transgresses by wine. He is a proud man, the so-called white man, neither keeper at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all peoples. So one thing about it, everywhere he go, death and hell follow this man. He constantly want to rob, steal, and kill. You know what I'm saying? Constantly robbing people of their resource, constantly killing their leaders, setting up their own leaders, bringing forth this influence. This a lot of these nations right now are very angry because they are drunk to wine. They have lived deliciously off the whore. America. That influence, that democracy. But a lot of these nations right now, they are hating the whore. We're seeing that these nations are coming in alliance against America. One thing about it, we know that he's getting ready to try to fill his belly. But the Lord's going to cast the wrath, the fear of his wrath upon him. That judgment is very close at hand. So we know right now, this man can't mind his own business. So now, let's go here. Let's get another quick video. It's a little bit more on that Assad regime, that takeover. Let's get a little bit more on that.
And Russia says Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has left the country. Russia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs says Assad relinquished the presidency and ordered a peaceful transition, but NBC News has not confirmed his departure nor his whereabouts. This rapid pace of developments comes after a coalition of Syrian rebels mounted a weeks-long offense against the Syrian government. The rebels claimed victory this morning, leading to celebrations in the streets. This marks a critical turning point in the nation's 13-year civil war as the rebels vow a new chapter for Syrians.
So we're seeing right now, these things are constantly picking. I got another one.
The Syrian government has...
We're clear-eyed about the fact that ISIS will try to take advantage of any vacuum to reestablish its capabilities and to create a safe haven. We will not let that happen. In fact, just today, U.S. forces conducted dozens of precision strikes, airstrikes, within Syria, targeting ISIS camps and ISIS operatives. Third, we will engage with all Syrian groups, including within the process led by the United Nations, to establish a transition away from the Assad regime. We're clear-eyed about the fact that ISIS will try to take advantage of any vacuum to reestablish its capabilities and to create a safe haven. We will not let that happen.
So you see it right now that these devils, are constantly, saying that Al-Qaeda are trying to set back up, so they're not going to let them come back and set up shop anymore. They're going to set up shop. That's exactly what he's saying. That's why they are having these airstrikes over there. Things are constantly picking up. Things are constantly heating up. That we're here. This man is, he's constantly, it's the devil that the Bible speaks of. I get one more in a minute. Let's go here. Let's start back up at verse 5 again. This man, he's not a keeper at home. He's always in someone else's business but his own. But it's getting ready to come to an end. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5 says, yea, also said, because he transgressed by wine, his influence is democracy. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is trying to, he want everyone to be like him and keeping this wicked vibration upon the whole earth. But it's getting ready to come to an end. It said, a proud man. Who is the most proud? Esau Edom, the modern day so-called white man. Said, neither keeper at home who enlarges himself, who enlarges his desire as hell and as as death. So this man right here, what you call the nation police, got military bases in every country, in everybody business but his own. I think it's if I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking that it's a military base, and I think it's one in Syria, if I'm not mistaken. But this man right here, he's everywhere. And one thing about it, death and hell following him everywhere he go, death and destruction. And one thing about it, if he's around, someone is getting ready to die. And that's plain and simple. It says here, and cannot be satisfied by gathering unto him all nations and heapers unto himself all people, going into what this new world order, this man right here want total control. He want to be what? Like the Most High. But one thing about it, he's imagined a vain thing. The heathens are raging, but the Lord's getting ready to put this nightmare to an end. Let's read here verse 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that is laden himself with thick clay. So that thick clay going into what tremendous debt. This man goddamn owe everyone. One thing about it, he's not going to pay, or he going to use his sword. You know what I'm saying? What he's good at. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, he thinking that he going to rule forever. But one thing about it, we knowing that the Lord is constantly bringing it to a close. Get ready to take this man down. Let's drop down to verse 8, because this is exactly what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? It said, verse 8. It's Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 8 said, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land and of the city, and all that dwell therein. So this man, constantly, is shedding blood everywhere, being covetous, robbing and stealing, the thief. And the Lord get ready to put this man to the end. He's constantly exposing this man. So we already know this is a land grab, and it's all about greed and resource. And one thing about it, we're not ignorant of Satan's device. Let's get one more. Let's go into this least of the flock. So we already know that Israel right now, what they're doing, and also we know that America's in the background with these proxy war, constantly bringing it everything full circle. So we already know that when Israel go down, we know that America is going down probably simultaneously. We are very close to the end. The Lord is gathering the nation. And also we see that Russia is constantly being a god to these other nations. And also we know that Assad has fled to Moscow. That's what reports says right now. But we're going to constantly measure the time diligently. So now let's go here to, then we're going to go to the coming boy. Jeremiah chapter 49. Jeremiah chapter 49. I think it's around, let's start up around verse 20. Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20. Then we'll go to the coming book. Not meant to be a long lesson, but hey, it's wherever the Spirit take me. It says, here it says, Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20 said, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord, said, he has taken, so let's start back over. Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Edom. And his purpose that he has proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. And we already know the least of the flock. The least of the flock of Edom is what? Amalek. And it goes into what? Israel. You already know that those fake, over there, we don't want to get on too much. They will take the video down. Those small hatters, the least of the flock, which in fact is Israel once again, shall make them desolate with them. Who is them? Talking about America, Babylon the Great. So they're going to be hand in hand. They're going to go down hand in hand because they're constantly causing all these problems across the world. The Lord's getting ready to put it to an end. Verse 21 said, the earth is moved at the north of their fall. So at the cry, the north thereof was heard in the Red Sea. Let's read this once again. So that's exactly what's getting ready to happen. Verse 21 said Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 21 said, the earth is moved at the noise of their fall. So at the cry, said the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. And that noise going into these IBCM missiles. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, we already know in 1 hour thy judgment come. So these arrows are getting ready to fly very soon. We already know that that Israel gonna do something ill-advised and gonna get America involved, and they both gonna get their asses knocked off very soon. You know what I'm saying? So once again, it said the earth is moved at the noise of their fall. So at the cry, the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. So one thing about it, already knowing that the Lord is moving the northern, he gonna move the northern army far from their borders over there in that desolate wasteland over there in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? In between the Persian Gulf and also the Red Sea, the Hinder port. So we already know these prophecies are constantly lining up just like clockwork. Joel chapter 2, I think it's around verse 20 or 21. So we already know that we're very close. The war drums are constantly beating. Let's get a little bit more. So we know that World War III is at the doors. So this right here is setting the stage. You know what I'm saying? We seeing right now that this right here could be possibly set everything off. You know, but we're going to constantly measure the time. Let's go here. Verse 22, it said, behold, he shall come up and fly as a eagle and spread his wings over Basra. And at that day shall the heart of the mighty men of Edom be as the heart of a woman in her pains. And out of the Bible, we already know modern day Basra is America. And out of the Bible, we know that Basra was a chief city in Edom, an ancient of Edom. But one thing about that, you know, he says he shall fly as an eagle, you know, and spread his wings. That fathership, these what they ignorant call UFO, UAP. The Lord's getting ready to come into America, you know what I'm saying, with great glory and great power. You know, just like I say in Zechariah chapter 5, you know what I'm saying? This is the curve that go across the whole earth. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's getting ready to show up with great glory and great power. We're very close. So now, let's hear, I like to say shalom to everyone to come in. Well, let's get some of these precepts off the comment board. Might get one more video, then we'll close out. Let's go here to the comment board. So we're seeing that right now that, you know, these things are picking up. These prophecies are speaking loud and clear. It's high time to prophesy. So let's go here to the comment board and see, can I get it? See, can I get it up right quick? One moment. But yeah, but man, these prophecies are very major, man. And man, these things are lining up. You know, our salvation are very close than we yet believe. So we start up at the top. Let's see what we got at the top here. Shalom to everyone on the comment board. Isaiah, Idaho. I mean, so like about that brother. But let's see what he got here. He got here Psalm chapter 46 and verse 6. It said the heathens raged, said the kingdoms were moved, said he uttered his force, the earth melted. That's exactly right. You know what I'm saying? These heathens right now, they thinking that they're going to be the next superpower. But the next superpower, what is coming, is the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. And one thing about it, let them rage. And one thing about it, the Lord is in perfect control. You know what I'm saying? He's putting down one, he's getting ready to set up another. We seeing that transition to power is taking place right before our eye. You know what I'm saying? For water for that brother, Aliziah, Idaho. I'm gonna get your name right, man. I was saying it perfectly one while. I'm gonna get it back right. Let's see here. Shalom to Gabar, not serving of you. Yahweh Shah 144 bar. Shalom to you, brother. Let's go back here. The same brother, Isaiah, Idaho, Ezekiel 38 and 19 said, for in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Says, surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. That's exactly what's getting ready to happen. That great shaking going into these IBCM missiles, also that laser and chariot fire. The Lord is very close. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we're seeing that, you know, these nations are constantly preparing for war. Joel chapter 3. It's constantly lining up just like clockwork. The Lord's getting ready to plead with all these nations. He's getting ready to judge these nations. And one thing about it, we're seeing that the Lord's constantly gathering the nation. Same brother. Verse 20, Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 20, he says, so that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heavens and the beasts of the field and all the creepy thing that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of it. I'm thinking that what it's saying. It said, the face of the earth. It shall shake in my presence, and the mountain shall be thrown down, and the steep places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. It's exactly right. We're coming, man. We're so very close to that devastation, and all this destruction. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, you know, it's gonna be, man. When the Lord show up, the Lord's gonna lay everything down, even with the ground. Also, when you go into Ezekiel chapter 39, there's gonna be continuous employment. You know, they're gonna be picking up bodies all over the place. You know, the valley of Jehoshaphat. You know, the valley of decision. The Lord is getting ready to show up and show out, man. The Lord's getting ready, man, to make it plain upon table. Let's see what else we got here. Let's go down here. See what else here. Let's get this one here, saying by the same brother. Let's get Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 22. It says here, it says, and I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood, and I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon the many people that are with him, said, and overflowing rain and great hailstone, fire and brimstone. Ooh, man, that's powerful right there. So Lord's going to destroy, you know, all these, everything. The Lord's going to destroy everything. These, they're mighty men. These, the military, they're leaders. You know, they get ready to totally be destroyed. You know, when you go down to Joel chapter 3, the Lord's getting ready to destroy all their military equipments. He's getting ready to destroy everything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, this right here this is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's getting ready to do a mighty work. That destruction is coming. Shalom to Aaron J. Let's see what he got. Korshab Yasharella 3.0. Shalom to you, brother. Shalom to Aramya. Shalom to you, brother. Shalom to Zebulon Guerrero. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. Shalom to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? A little tongue tie. I see what Aramya got. He got Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 17 said, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, say, yet shall he undermine thee. That's exactly right. You know, one thing about it, we already know that, you know, this man here, you know, anytime he comes somewhere in someone country, I'm here to help you. You know, don't take it. Because one thing about it, it's only going to lead to death and destruction. This man is the harbinger of death. You know, death and hell follow him everywhere he go. I'm here to help you. You know, so I'm here to help build things back up, to give you resources, to, you know, help build your nation up. Now, he's telling you a lie. He coming there to rob and steal and kill. You know what I'm saying? He's going to undermine thee. That's exactly what he's doing over there in Syria right now. You know what I'm saying? It said, Ramyah says, El Qaeda said, is backed by the West. That's right. You are exactly right. This was a coup. And you're exactly right. So, you know, one thing about it, that they send in these guys, they use them for a little while, like this leader, Assad, he used him for a while. Now they done oust him. Now they're using Al Qaeda. But it's all by design. But one thing about it, we already knowing that, you know, this man is getting ready to go down. You know, this man is constantly bringing it. A lot of things, these nations get ready to come upon him. We're seeing right now that Israel is constantly making it pop off. You know, we constantly seeing that they're moving with war speed. You know, we seeing it there. What his name? Netanyahu, not a Jew. We seeing right now. This man here, he got them. He finna make it happen. And one thing about it, Donald Trump, you know, he keep talking about what he's gonna do when he get in office. But hey, man, he might not even get in office. You know, where this thing is looking, man, things can pop off. So we already know that, you know, the war drums are beating. The Lord is gathering the nation. We're seeing that Russia is constantly being an alliance to these nations. And man, these things are lining up just like clockwork. Let's see what else we got here. It said, Ramyah said, this has been Esau's plan for decades. Said, that's right. Now, he said, but Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, has them in the trick bag. They're exactly right. The Lord's getting ready to destroy this man right when he's getting ready to fill his belly. It says here, by the same brother, Ramyah said, Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 3 said, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, and whose habitation is high, that says in his heart, so who shall bring me down to the ground? And one thing about it, he exactly that's what he's doing. He's constantly, exalting himself, constantly opposing the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. But the Lord's getting ready to bring him very low. The Lord's getting ready to bring him back in his original state, which in fact is the original caveman. The base men of the earth. He's only he's only doing the will of the Lord. Also, the Lord set him up. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, he thinking that he is the Most High right now. But hey, man, he's imagining a vain thing. He's speaking great words against Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. It says, verse 5, it said, if thieves come to thee, if robbers by night, say, how art thou cut off? Say, would they not have stolen till they have enough? Say, if the great gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some great? This damn man is, he's goddamn, he don't leave shit. He take the whole damn tree. Verse 6, he said, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? And one thing about it, see, verse 7, he said, so all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. Said, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. And they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding in him. So that's exactly what is getting ready to happen. These Bible prophets are speaking loud and clear, man. We knowing that it is at the door. Man, these things are happening, man. Man, I'm telling you, man, that's the spirit. We all have the same scriptures, man. That's, one thing about it, man. We know that we're very close. We know that the Lord, when he returns, the Lord is getting ready to destroy all these nations, man, I'm telling you, man, we're very close. Let's go to Joel chapter 3. Let's go ahead and start up at verse 9. Let's get this one right quick. We'll probably get one more. Tongue back, dry it out. Let's see here. Let's go here to Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. See here. Joel chapter 3 and verse 9. And it reads that, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come down. And one thing, that's what we're exactly seeing. A lot of people, they're preparing for war. The Lord's putting his spirit on. They're getting ready. Things are heating up in what's so-called Middle East. We're seeing that the Lord is gathering the nation, for the constant verse of Zion. It said, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spear. Let the weak say, I am strong. So we know that a lot of these nations right now are saying that they are strong. They're bucking up against the West, NATO, and also they bucking up against Israel. Everyone is ready. It's just like a hair trick. Things can escalate at any given time. The Lord is setting the stage. Verse 11 says, assemble yourself and come all ye heathens and gather yourself together round about thither. Call thy mighty one to come down, O Lord. And everybody's talking about, those death angels, the Lord's going to send them, what I'm saying? Hey, man, they're getting ready to do a lot of devastation. The Lord is getting ready to show up, what I'm saying? And the body count is getting ready to be great. We're here, man. We know that we're very close. How long, O Lord? The Lord's getting ready to make it happen. Verse 12 said, let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I plead. So there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Verse 13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fat overflow, for their wickedness is great. Verse 14, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. So the day of the Lord is very close at hand. The Lord is causing these things to happen. The Lord is gathering the nation. The Lord is causing all these controversies and all these different events and calamities that are happening right before our eyes. These things are constantly picking up, So we seeing that these prophecies right now are lining up just like clockwork. So now let's go here to Luke chapter 21. And then we'll get one more. We're seeing that right now, that these UFO sightings are very, very close at hand. Let's go. I think I got a quick video. I might bring it out. I probably won't, but I already spoke on it. Let's go ahead and get this one, and we get one more. We get out of here. Let's go here to Luke chapter 21. Luke chapter 21 and verse 28. Let's go here. I love reading this scripture here. One moment. But we are so very close. I might have a video. I might bring it out in a minute. After I bring out the pre-sale, I might have a video on it. I don't know. But it says here, Luke chapter 21 and verse 28, it said, and when these things, what these prophecies, the signs of the time, begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draws nigh. Your salvation is at the door. That's why we looking up every day, for what? The kingdom of heaven that dwells in right is very close at hand. The Lord is coming. The Lord is coming. We're so very excited. The Lord is, is visiting the earth that he created. Let's get this one and we'll close out. Let's go here. 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 7. 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 7. And it reads that, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. So that's what we're seeing right at the end of what? Of this temporal world, the end of what? This eon. We're seeing that Esau is the end of this earth age, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we're seeing that we're in that transition of power. We're seeing that these prophets are constantly speaking loud and clear. Rumors of wars are all over the place. Earthquakes in diverse places. We already know what happened in Northern California and Eureka. And also they're saying that it's still shock waves. Things can still pick up. Things can constantly escalate. So these things are right here at the door. And one thing about it, what I'm saying, either you will hear or either you will forbear. Watch, be sober. We have a stable mind. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of the time. Your faith in your works. Things are getting ready to get very critical. Things are getting ready to get very dark and perilous. But one thing about it, the Lord already said, through much tribulation, ye shall enter the kingdom of heaven. So we're upon that time, Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, the hour of temptation. These things are right at the door. World War III, and also the great and glorious return of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. It is at the door, man. Our salvation is very close than we yet believe. I see it on the coming board by Ramyah. Let's see here. It says, 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 7 said, but the end of all things is at hand. Said, be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. It said, redeem the time wisely, be circumspect. Don't put off from day to day. Now, these things are right now, they are popping just like clockwork. They're at the door. Let's go back to the comment board and see what else Ramyah put up here and throw water for these comments here, for all these precepts. Let's get this last one and then we'll close out. It says by Ramyah, it says Romans chapter 13 and verse 11 said, and that knowing that the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. So we are very close to that time. We're seeing that things are constantly picking up. We're seeing right now every day, these plagues are not slacking down. These prophecies are speaking loud and clear. We're here. It is at the door. Watch, pray, be circumspect, redeem the time wisely, keep the faith, keep pushing. And one thing about it, we know that we're here. The Lord is getting ready to show up. We are very close. Keep pushing, keep enduring. The same that endured, the same shall be saved. So the title of the day's lesson, once again, is News and End Time Prophecy. So I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Rekah Quadash. I like to say, Shalom. Shalom to join him. Everyone that joined me on this live, Shalom. Brakatham. Shalom to everyone. Shalom.